Welcome back, traders, to the Jomo Crypto Trading channel where we talk all things crypto trading. And today we're going to talk about a beautiful KASPA, KAS. Why is it so beautiful? Because it's one of those gifts that keeps on giving. Let's talk, and we're going to probably talk about this almost weekly because this is just one of these coins that I fell in love with. Now, we've been talking about this in the Crypto Trader podcast on the CM channel. Shout out to CM, one of my buddies in crypto. Always good to have a trading buddy. And just looking at it, it's just beautiful. We're painting right now a base. If you don't know what a base is a sideways consolidation of price, all right, just after a big move occurred, right? So this is the big move, this is the price consolidation. So far we're consolidating for around 80, 100, 115 days, more or less. Now, if you see this square that I just painted out, all right, all this, the 150 days, it looks quite big, doesn't it? It looks quite big, quite heavy. But let's see, all right, what happened over here. You see, if I let me restart the chart. If we compare, for example, this big box to what we had over here, this was another price consolidation. Let's take a look at this, right? Very much similar, right? Just in the past, they look so different, right? This looks huge, the upper box, and the small box looks so small. However, if I delete this for just a second and I enlarge it, oh, wait a minute, this looks big. This looks like what we saw in the future, all right? So don't worry about how the chart looks like right now, because what happens is that what we saw in the past, all right, just looks so small right now, right? Look at this. This is just goners, bonanza. It's like it never really happened. It looks so small, but it's not, right? If you really compare it from peak to trough, it's going to be at least 50, 54%. So it's a big move. And then we moved from, from these lows until these highs, 800%. So it was a big move. So imagine what can happen now. What can happen is something like this. Imagine, just entertain with me. This can happen, and we are going to have then something like this, of course, and then we're going to go back, and this is what it's going to look like, right? I know it's kind of fishy. I'm not the best painter, not Picasso over here, but I'm just trying to help you use your imagination, right? This can happen. This is probably the future, and this is only to the 14 cents. I would say that at least we're going to go to a 20 cents, if not more. Depends on the market environment, right? So if the market environment is ripe, we can actually go further and further. Let's see what the Fibonacci numbers help us do. So if we do peak to trough, right? So the Fib levels are going to take us to around that 14 level maximum that we just said. But you know what? If we're going to get to a real bull market, something really fantastic, something really amazing, I wouldn't be surprised to see it going all the way to $1 eventually, right? So $1 is probably 300% from now, and it can happen, but we need a raging bull for this to happen. Right now, of course, we're really far away from here. So I would say if we want to trade it, of course. Now, what would I trade it, but trade it not until $1? Hold just a small part of your gains to longer term, or use DCAing strategy. But right now we're talking about trading. So what are we looking to do in a trading standpoint, right? So this is the old highs. So all this you can say is kind of an area of resistance, right? An area of resistance is just an area where we had a lot of buys and sells goes on in the past, and probably we're going to be hit by people selling on top of it. Either people that got stuck because they bought the top over here, or people that bought here, right, bought here, and now maybe they want to sell over here because for them this area of resistance is a kind of a danger area, right? They made big gains. Let's assume you bought the low and you already have 160% gain, so maybe you want to take some off the table. And what a best way to do it if not to be selling where the danger point is. But Where other people see danger point, what I see is opportunity. Why opportunity? Because from this area, what we can have, and I will repaint the area again, from this area, if we break out from this area, and let's assume we break out on it, in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. So let's assume maybe something like this happens, start creeping up and down, then building, contraction, volatility, contraction, and boom, right? Breaking out right over here above the 43 level, right? This, all right, is uncharted territory. All this has no resistance whatsoever. All this over here and more, up, up, up. There's no resistance. Blue, blue, blue sky. And that, folks, is the best opportunity in trading and in crypto overall. We want to be in the all-time high realm, right? The old adage of buy low and sell high. I think that's a fake adage. For me, it's buy high and sell higher. Buy high and sell higher. Think about it for a second, right? If you go to all-time high territory, that's where all the big gains are happening. And let me show you an example. Before all this happened, before this big move happened, we just had, for example, this chart. This is a trade example that we executed, and you can go to my Twitter channel and see that I gave a signal for free, actually, as well, not only on our group but for free for everybody to just see. And this is how it looked like. All right, people bought. Actually, this is even better, because from here, all right, if we put a resistance line, what happens is we say, hey, this is the resistance. Maybe we want to start selling here on the right side, right? That's what I'm trying to say here, from the right side. But then all of a sudden, wait, that's not what I wanted. All of a sudden, boom, it just broke out aggressively. Now, maybe you bought over here at this breakout. For me, this is not a clear entry level because there's no pivot. A pivot is a small sideways, maybe a couple of days to a couple of weeks, where it just paints kind of a shelf where I can buy with a low risk entry. But let's say you missed this, but you continued watching, and then it made a base, all right? Just as I said, a base is just a sideways movement of price after sideways after a big move upwards. So we moved from here to here, right, over 100%, and then we moved sideways from here to here around 17-18 days, and we broke out from these levels here on the right side, right? So this is where we broke out, and look, this is the example of clear sky. Boom, we moved, then we had a small consolidation. This was another pivot where we added to our position, and then clear sky again, more and more until it topped, all right? And then maybe you sold the top, maybe you sold after the top, it doesn't matter. You made huge gains. Similar thing can happen in the future for KASPA, and this is why I always favor breaks to new all-time highs. Now, yes, one can say that at times the environment isn't ripe for buying breakouts all-time highs. Bear markets, they can be treacherous and make you pay if you buy the breakout. I know it's the case in stocks. Many people trade stocks, and it is over there because there are more sophisticated traders on stocks. But when you talk about crypto, mainly small caps where there's not many whales yet, because KASPA is in the trajectory to just go higher and higher, and eventually it will go to where people notice it, right? Whales as well as just people that are kind of nerdies. It feels like KASPA is same thing that Bitcoin was in 2013-ish, right? Now I don't say that KAS will take Bitcoin's share. I'm just saying this is one of those coins you want to pay attention to because of the fundamentals, the hype and community around it, the technology, and so on and so on, and of course the price action, which I try to illustrate in this video. If you liked what I said, please leave it in the comments section below and tell me what you liked about it. Also give me a like because I love the dopamine rush. If you didn't like what I say, that's perfectly fine. Leave in the comment section a reason. Tell me you didn't like it, all right? Tell me you didn't like it, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, everybody.